All right, so here is where we left off. We've got the small display case. It is textured, although I haven't brought the textures into Blender. And what I want to do now is I want to create a larger display case. And so I'm going to grab all of this stuff. And I'm going to Shift D to duplicate it. I'm just going to move it over. And while I'm here, I'm going to put that into a new collection. And I'm going to call this display large. And I'm going to grab all of this stuff here. And I'm going to call that display small. So we got the two of them. Okay, so the first thing we want to do, I think we're going to come in here. And I'm going to see about... Okay, let's make sure we're in all of it. And I'm going to see about dragging all of this stuff down. Do I want it like that, or I want just... No, I think I'm going to go just for the ends. Let's try this. Pull these down. So they're going to be like that. Something like that. And let's see. I'll come in from the top and I'm going to grab all of this. And what do I want this? GY. Let's try GY minus 1. Okay, the mirror, eh? Okay. That's okay. GY minus 1. Let's do that first of all. And that does that, eh? Okay, let's come in from the side. And what do I get? Just that. How about we just pull that in? Let's see how that's going to work for us. Yeah. So get it about that wide. Okay, let's grab it all. Let's go back in. And let's grab all of that. And let's go GX2, I think. And then GX minus 2. Leave those still in there. I think that's kind of what we're going for. Unless I did something funny. You should still have some seams in there, yeah. Alright, let's grab that piece here. Shift D to duplicate it, pull it over. Let's just make sure it's in that collection. And I'm going to move it pretty much to the center. And we'll just come in and we'll just do this by eye, I think. I just want it over. Well, we'll check that in a second. Just make sure it's in the right spot. So we'll just roughly get it for the moment. So box selecting and pulling this to make the larger display case. Let's just have a look at this. Okay, so what do we need? Okay, I'll pull it out a bit. And then that's not bad on that side. I'll pull it over a little bit. Yeah, I didn't do it very accurately. Okay. GX, let's say we pull it till this is like in the middle. Okay, and then I'll do the same on this side. GX, I'll pull it back till it's like kind of in the middle. Actually, I'm not sure if it's actually under the... Yeah, okay, okay. So middles, eh? How about that? Let's try this one. See how that does. GY, roughly the middle. And this one. GY, roughly the middle. Roughly. Very roughly. Okay, so you guys are under, right? Okay, so far so good, I think. Again, we'll have our seams, so we'll be okay. Let's make sure we're saving. Actually, I'm going to save that as part 3. Okay, so how about actually we take this whole thing, move it up to about the floor. All right, so here is what we're going to do. Let's take that and use that as our center point. I'm going to bring in a plane now and scale it to about there and about there. Drop an edge loop down there, and I'm going to pull this up, but not too much. Bring that back there. I'm going to take the edges here, bring them down. I just want to get a sense of this thing. Yeah, something like that. So the artifacts will go there, and then we'll have a... Let's give that a try. Let's take that edge, P to break it out, and then just, and not that. Get rid of that, so I got the edge, which is what I really want. I'll start with this, and then we'll see if it's working. This is basically the technique, though. Give that some thickness there. I'm going to Alt-N, recalculate outside. Sometimes one of the polys will be flipped the wrong way. And then let's go in object mode and use solidify. And put on even thickness and come like this. I want this relatively thick because I'm going to have pieces attaching to it. So that'll be a piece of wood. Let's mirror this to the other side and see how she's going. You know, I think we're going to be okay. Hope I can get enough stuff to fill this thing in. It doesn't have to be completely full. Yeah, so what if we... Let's apply the solidify and come in here and now do some beveling of these edges. Control B and pull, and I'll just go with my 3. Let's isolate that and get rid of the bottom faces. We're not going to need those. There, and while we're here, we'll now bevel this edge. Shift Alt and click all of these edges here. We'll give that a little bit of a bevel, just like that. Okay, so we got it on both. Right now, we're also going to need another one in the middle. So let's just come in here, Shift D to duplicate, pull it in. I'm going to break it out and get rid of the mirror on that one, and just use the 3D cursor and the circle there to roughly get it in the middle. Close enough. So you guys are sitting there, right? Just wondering if I want it to be back a little further. I can adjust that. Let me just think right now. Do I want it? Scale it in the Y. I think perhaps I do. Okay, so we need some cross pieces now. So what if I was to just take just any edge, Shift D to duplicate, pull it out, P to break it out, get rid of the mirror, and just start building off that. So something like this, and extrude it down. And let's take this face, it may not be in the right position or anything, pull it in. I'm going to get rid of that face actually. And we'll take this face. I might need it bigger, I might need it smaller, we'll see. Bring it over there and get rid of that face. And just start having a look at its positioning and stuff. Okay. I think what we're going to do for this one, maybe I'll make it a little narrower. Pull it in. Just, I don't want it under there. All right, well, let's bevel these edges. That'll make them a little contracted. A little, at least this one I'm thinking. And not by much, actually. I think I'm going to scale Shift X, not in the X. And I think that's probably going to be okay. You know what? I actually want it longer. I'm going to scale that in the Z. And maybe I'll pull it down a little bit. Just, you know, the fine tuning of trying to get it in the right position. That's probably going to be okay. Let's take this and let's mirror this now in the other direction. So how does it look? Okay. Yeah, all right. Okay. And then we'll take it again. We'll duplicate it. Oh, let's break it out and get rid of the mirror. Look from the side, and I'll just press G, and hopefully it's going to look like it fits. does. It does. Is it in the right position? No, it doesn't quite fit yet. So let's play with it. I'm just looking at the bevel lines. I could potentially, let's bring it down so I'm happier with the positioning, and then maybe make it a little less high if it needs to be. So it's just under that bevel, under that curve. How far down does it go? You know what? It really wouldn't hurt me to make this a little smaller. Can I make it wider though? Do I want to make it wider? I do, to make it a bit more substantial. Okay. Yep. All right, now, can I easily make the piece that I want by taking this, Shift D to duplicate, pulling it out, P to break it out. Now it's going to have a curve, and I'm going to want this to be glass, and I'm just wondering if I can just, just to make life easier, can I just get rid of some vertices? Where are you guys? Just to get something, dissolve them, that's going to fit in really quickly. I don't even need to do this side. I'm going to get rid of this side. Here, get rid of all that. And I want to take this one, and I'm going to put on snap to vertex. I'm going to extrude down, and I'm going to pull down, and I'm going to hover over and snap to there. And we're going to make face. Make a face. So let's just bring that in and see if we can use this. I'm glad I did that. I forgot the piece that's going to go down there in the middle. That's what's kind of missing. So let's hide that for the moment. Come back here. Maybe I can use some of this. I'm going to take that piece there, Shift D to duplicate it. I'm going to pull it in. It's mirrored on the other side. That's good. I'm going to look from the side and just sort of center this up. And then in wireframe, I'm going to box select all this stuff. I'm going to scale Z0. And then I'm going to bring this one up. And then we also got to now consider whether this is going to fit. Oh, it's one piece, eh? It's joined. You know what? I'm going to break that out. Did I break it out? Maybe I didn't. Let's try that again. P to break it out. And I want to actually make this a little narrower. Scale in the X, so it just sort of fits under. There. And I think I need one in the middle as well. And let's try it with one in the middle. We'll just see if that looks good. Break it out and get rid of the mirror. Look from the top in wireframe. And it was pretty good. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll figure that out later. Okay, back to the glass. So let's see if it's there. How far down does it go? Okay, I don't need it to go down that far, so that my dirt and dust scale said 0. Yeah, somehow that wasn't very nicely done. So where is it? You know what? I think I'm going to need to pull this up and in a little bit and just make sure that it's embedded in the wood like that. It doesn't have to be pretty because you're not going to see anything but the outside. That didn't quite make sense, but let's see if I can get those. So those are going to be glass. Yep. All right, cool. And let's make the other parts. Let's grab one of these edges, Shift D to duplicate, pull it out, P to break it out. And let's look from the side. We can go in a wireframe and one. Let's bring it down to like around, the middle. And let's just press E and extrude and pull it up. Something like that. But I do want to split it. I believe it'd be better in Substance Painter if these are separate pieces. P to break it out, and let's take that, and there's no modifier, and let's look from the top, and I'm just going to take the vertices from here and pull them in a little bit, and the ones from this guy, and we're going to pull them in a little bit, and then let me just see. Yeah, covers where it needs to be. All right, and then we'll take, I can now actually join those. I just wanted them apart for that part. And I can take that and I can mirror that over to the other side. So you guys are all covered in the ends. And then I just need to do something here. So we'll come in here and I'll grab an edge, Shift D, take it, P to break it out. Let's take that and just scale it a bit from the front. And how is it? Just want it poking in sort of evenly. I'll bring it over to here and we'll extrude down over to into the wood there. So we got that piece. And actually let's take that edge and slide it over just a little bit. So we can take that and we can mirror it over to there and in behind. The only thing is, do I want another lock on there? I don't necessarily need it. Let me get shade smooth these. Work on shading in a bit. Yeah. All right. Well, that's the general idea, anyhow. So all of you are supposed to be in the large display. So what's that? Yeah, I might do some work on this. I might decide that I'm just not crazy about it, but that can be done another time. But that's generally the large display case. There is another display case that I want to do, and obviously some more items for the challenge and for the museum scene, but we could look at that another time. So for the moment, that's going to be it. I've got the 2 display cases. The next thing to do will be to unwrap the rest of this and texture it with potentially a couple of changes. All right, that's it. We'll see you next time.